Girls are breaking up with their boyfriends after seeing the Barbie movie. If you have not seen the Barbie movie yet, which I have not seen, but I eventually plan on seeing, it's filled with feminist themes that are meant to empower women, and their boyfriends do not like it one bit. Some women came out of the movie straight away to break up with their boyfriend, and others broke up with their boyfriends after they had said something negative about the movie. One guy got dumped after he expressed that the Barbie movie was offensive to him. After they broke up, he stole all of her food and Dyson Airwrap. The reason boys don't like the movie is because it's said to be designed to make men look like incompetent idiots compared to the females in the movie. But I don't get what the big deal is. They have one movie that's meant for them. Let them enjoy their movie. It's called the Barbie movie, not the G.I. Joe movie. I'm willing to bet if you didn't say anything about it and just said, I'm glad you liked the movie, then everybody would still have a girlfriend. But what do you guys think about this?
This is how I looked at it. This is a movie for the women, for them to enjoy. This character is part of a lot of their childhoods growing up. Now, I will say there are some themes to it, but then quite a few of them I understand from the woman's perspective. And I wanted to see it for myself because I was hearing so much negativity on the guy spaces that talk about the issues that I talk about. And I guess that's one thing as like men we have to be careful of is trying to look for something in everything. Because as a black man, I can be sitting next to a brother of mine, well, another black man, and whereas I go places and I don't see prejudice or racism everywhere now, I see it if it really blatantly comes up and smacks me in the face, but I'm not looking for it everywhere. Meanwhile, my black brother next to me, he can see racism everywhere. And in some cases, he's not wrong. In some cases, he could be right. But the thing is, he's looking for it everywhere, so he's going to see it everywhere. So I would suggest for men, try not to look for women attacking you everywhere. The main thing that I worry with women is in relationships and marriage. Everything else, like friends, hanging out, and things like that, I don't I enjoy their company. It's the other things when we get deeper and entwined and we have kids. That is the issue right there that I have with a lot of them. So, anyway, let's begin. Welcome, my friends, to the RP Experience. Peace and love to my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, and turn on all notifications so you know when I have a whole new video up. Today's video is going to be mainly about this guy that went on a date and got stood up. Now, this happens to a lot of people. I mean, it has happened to me. I think, well, usually not somewhere I went and got stood up. Usually, they'll just either cancel just before or a couple hours before or something, and maybe I think everything's a okay. So, and I know a woman that she went on a date, and she got stood up by another woman because she dates women. But and of course that person didn't contact them back until like a lot later and gave them some BS excuse. And I told her, do not waste your time with that lady again after that. So anyway, I'm going to share this video right now. We're going to be right back, and then we're going to I'm going to bring my thoughts to it.
So I just left a restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks, trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day, and the time. You know, I've done everything to be just the kind of guy that would value somebody's time. Like, I'm just looking for my person. I'm just looking for the one that I guess is out there for me. I mean, I want to be somebody's husband someday, father. I'm trying to do everything that's right, and I just get stood up. Like, my feelings didn't even matter. Sitting there eating a meal by myself and realizing that nobody even cares about people anymore. Like, alien dating shouldn't even be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard to find somebody. It shouldn't be this difficult to fall in love, to be kind to one another. Like, what, ladies, tell me, what did I do wrong?
I actually had a chance to find that video, and I was looking at the comments and actually the views. Actually, that kind of surprised me a little bit because it went well. The last time I checked it the other day, it was like at 18,000 views. Even though I know at least half of those views, if people commented, were like negative and probably making fun of this guy. Because that's why I usually say, as a dude, we don't have the luxury of usually putting a video out like this and having people give us sympathy or empathy. Lot of guys are going to like laugh at him. Fortunately, some guys did restore my faith in humanity because they did not make fun of them, but a lot of men did. Like most men that made videos made fun of this dude. From Corey Holcomb to I'm not even go on the list. I even thought maybe even putting some of those clips in there because while I understand the point of view, like once you put something online, you are just open to what anybody say, and you really can't complain too much about it to a degree, unless if they're like totally off base or being totally disrespectful. Uh and something that Tori Holcomb said that I will say is somewhat true, that a guy like this that makes this type of video, this is the guy that might snap one day and uh may just start deleting people or something. And that's not funny, but this could happen to a guy like this. And also, to explain to both women and men that talk like this, and I know some dudes that are like this, they're real awkward around women because even though he has some gray in his beard, I can still tell he has limited interactions with women, probably even on a friendship level, and this is why I don't agree with guys that say like have no women friends. I would just say don't be their bosom buddy, don't be their best friend, because sometimes that can block you from meeting other women. But to get more comfortable around being to get more comfortable being around women, you should have some friends, some interactions with women. Then you should move it up a bit with like casually dating women. Now, of course, though, do not be blowing out your bank account, but you as men, like, okay, women that have the luxury of men coming up to them. So they get a lot of experience and interaction this kind of way. Now they can still get duped though if certain types of men that are either very crafty or have like more experience than them manipulating and getting past their defenses, then those men will have success with women. Well, I'll say attractive women, because not all women get that type of interaction. But the thing is, though, unless if she's like a shut-in, if she's attractive, she's going to get a lot of men trying to talk to her. That's just obvious right there. I would suggest with that dude, especially since he has some grays in his hair, it's time for him. Like, I don't know what type of women that he is dating, and that's sometimes too. Sometimes you're going after a woman that's obviously going to like use and abuse you or something. But sometimes basic average women can do it too, depending on who's in their ear. I would suggest if he has a decent amount of money, start traveling. If you can, maybe just move to a different area. Obviously, maybe the area that you are in, you are just having difficulties. And a lot of women do like, even when they start getting older, they like those thug type dudes, or real masculine type of dudes. And the thing is, though, everybody's a little different. S- some guys are a little bit more on the softer, gentler side, and unfortunately, those type of guys, maybe they need to be with a bitchy, controlling type of woman. I say that because I know I tend to attract the opposite type of woman most of the time, because I'm more of a nicer guy. Now, however, I've got a lot more, I guess, overt and more, I can't think of the word right now, but I've got more of like saying things that either bother me or is pissing me off. And of course, though, which I will always do that. If somebody's pissed me off enough, I'll just walk away. But sometimes you have to stand right there and light that person up and tell them about themselves, and then maybe walk off or something. That's why I had to develop with myself. And usually, like, a woman will say, like, well, nice guys don't look attractive. Well, I have to admit, women that are not kind of bitchy or high maintenance or something, they usually are not the most attractive women. Even though I don't go totally on looks, but however, she has to put some type of like, okay, she has to have that ability, even if she looks like plain Jane, homie girl, quite a few days of the week. She has that ability to glam up and look like, wow, okay, you look very attractive today. So, and not just when she's going out with girls' nights out. Like, if we're going out or something, that she'll put that same type of work or something to do. Anyway, for that dude right there, hey, I feel for you. Don't listen to women on this right here, even though you can take their encouragement, because I did see women that was not totally bashing you in the comments, but you have to get more of um direction from how men are getting these women. And unfortunately, most of them are going to tell you to get money or be a player, or they're going to tell you the manipulative stuff in order to get women. I would suggest in your case, do not do that. Just, if you have decent amount of money, either move out of where you are at, and or definitely travel. Any men that are struggling getting like a girlfriend, or because I'm a little older. Most of the women that, as they get over 30, especially over 35, they take less pride in their appearance and they let themselves go. Whether they get bigger or either they just they don't eat right and they don't put the right stuff in their body. Anyway, that is it on this video. So to this dude, go to where the women want a guy like you. Just be careful of women taking advantage of you, though. That's why you have to develop a little bit more of a backbone. But at the same time, you're at this thing of like you feel like something's wrong with you because you can't find the person, and you're being a gentleman and all that stuff right there. Remember, it doesn't, in a way, it doesn't really matter how you are as a dude, is how you make them feel. So if you can be a straight up asshole, but if you make her feel good and you make her feel the butterflies or something, that woman will be with you. And that's what I see when I'm out here looking at people's relationships. Well, the ones that are toxic or not going well. I see that all the time. It's rare that I see two beautiful souls get involved with each other. Rare, you know. Usually one is the nicer one and one is the narcissistic one, if you want to sum it up like that. Sometimes they're both, but however, though, it always comes down to both people being like that. Anyway, hit the like button, subscribe, and thank you very much. I'm so close to 425 right now. I believe I'm at 420. Oh, God. Thank you guys so much. Have a good day.
When they say that women find 80% of men as unattractive, that means like not even, you wouldn't even think twice. Not okay, not mid. Like they say they're ugly. Mm-hmm. Imagine going through life where 80% of the opposite gender didn't think you were okay, didn't think you were average. They thought you were ugly. Mm-hmm. And one day, we'll all feel that one day when we hit 50. Mm-hmm. Because men aren't lining up to date most 50-year-olds. One day we'll all feel that. But I think it's very, dismissive of the other person's point of view. Because seriously, imagine going through life when 80% of the other gender, like everyone here, we're all pretty girls. Like none of us are going to have any trouble getting attention from men. When they say that women find